Welcome to another edition of On the Beach. Today we have a very interesting gentleman who's a stuntman, a health and safety officer, if you can put the two together, and an all-round good guy actually. Please meet Ben Joel.
Hi Bill, thanks for having me on the beach here.
Yeah. You look a little overdressed, I've got to say, but...
Yeah, I mean, I sort of just got off a plane from a meeting and, you know,
oh,
you can't resist,
right.
Can't resist the beach.
Wish I could get meetings out here. Listen, I want to move on because you've got so much to share.
Yes.
I don't know hardly where to start.
Yeah.
Shall we start with the health and safety officer, and how in God's name did you wind up being that and a stuntman?
Yeah, it's a bit of a weird mix, but there is a bit of a progression in there. So I started out doing health and safety when I was quite young, sort of 17-ish, and it could be all sorts of things. We could be doing actor safety, car safety, stunt safety, funny enough. So I did that for a few years, some really strange jobs, and I sort of naturally fell into stunts when a stunt performer.
Fell into stunts, I like it.
Fell into stunts, it has to happen.
Safety man fell into stunts, I like it.
Exactly. So, so I fell into stunts after a stunt performer couldn't turn up for a job, and the director was on set and said, well, you're the safety guy, so you can do it safely. So did the stunt, and it went really well, and I sort of built my career around that.
Yes, well, it's quite surreal actually.
Yes.
So, have you done any particular stunts, or even health and safety? But have you done any particular stunts that you'd like to tell us about that were great fun or particularly dangerous or whatever? Yeah,
there's one in particular which always stands out. And the stunt itself was safe level stunt, I mean, as safe as they can be.
Right.
We were jumping off of a cliff, sort of
okay, that's a safe one.
I
get that.
Absolutely. Into water, so you know, it was soft landing.
Yeah.
So we were doing this jump, and we sort of get this scene set up. The whole scene, it's quite a dark, morbid scene of a suicide, and really quite a gritty show. And so we've got the prep done.
Do you want to tell us who it was or what the thing was?
The show was Keeping Faith.
So Keeping Faith, I know well.
Yeah, it's a BBC production.
Great series, very, as you say, a gritty drama.
Very gritty.
Yeah. Luke and I will talk about that one of these times on Take Two.
Oh, absolutely.
It was a very, very, very intense drama. Sorry, please continue.
No, not at all. So anyway, we've got the prep done, and we've cleared the site, and we're almost good to go. We're just waiting for it to turn to night time. So I'm still on top of the cliff, ready to go. Next thing we know, blue lights show up, and we're sort of thinking, oh, is this just some extras? Is it what is it? You know, nobody knows. And
director's going cut.
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody stops, nobody do anything. Next thing you know, policemen have shown up, saying, no, don't do it, don't jump. You know, thinking it's a real suicide attempt. Wow. And we're sort of like, oh no, it's okay. We're filming. It's not real. So they call it in. They're like, oh, there's an actual suicide like 2 minutes down the road. So they dash off to the suicide.
They come to the wrong one.
Yeah, they came to the wrong one. Absolutely.
Oh,
they thought our one was a real one when there's a chap who's actually going through a bit of a rough time.
Really?
Yeah, so really not a good place to be. But fortunately, my boss on this particular shoot, a chap called Duncan, he's in mountain rescue in Devon and Cornwall, and he sort of goes down to this chap who's...
Oh, he volunteers his services?
Absolutely, because he's trained to deal with these sorts of situations. Manages to talk the guy down, and next thing we know, he's on set with us, watching how we do stunts, and it's inspired him to start a career in film. So it's a real sort of...
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Maybe he's gone a bit backwards.
Yeah, he's obviously gone mad. But
I mean, I used to be quite sane until I got involved in the film industry.
Yes, absolutely.
Now I'm just completely sane. So that's really interesting, actually.
Yeah.
That's fascinating. And so you're involved a lot and generally in the film industry.
Yes.
I believe you have set up your own studio now.
Yes, we have. Yeah. So we've set up Apex Studios just outside of Portsmouth and Southampton in a lovely little village called Droxford. Very scenic, if anybody wants to take a look at it. But yeah, we set up a green screen studio in Droxford. As you know, we're sort of starting to make ties with people in the local area and just trying to develop it.
But you've got both sound and film facilities there.
We do,
you?
yes. So we've got the
It's
green
quite
screen.
special, really.
Oh, very, very. The site is quite unique, we find. The green screen is fundamentally a green screen. We do a lot of corporate video, a lot of filming, and TV and film. But the sound studio...
Can't imagine anybody using green screen these days.
No, not at all, not at all. Terrible thing. But no, the sound studio is quite interesting because we do a lot of band recording. So a lot of albums, all quite up-and-coming bands.
Oh, right.
So
that's interesting.
yeah, it's definitely a different bit.
And are you a musician yourself?
Yes, I am. Yeah, I play bass, so I sort of get stuck in the corner, and people pretend I'm not there.
The bass guy's always the cool guy.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's what we tell ourselves.
Yeah. So he's always the moody, cool guy in the corner, isn't he?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Listen, so we've got health and safety. We've got a little bit of acting. We've got stunt guy, band. Anything else?
Yeah, there's a few other bits, but those are the main core for sure. What we are actually just doing with the studio is we've set up ties with the Hampshire Chamber of Commerce.
Oh, okay.
Who I think you've had a few guests on.
Yeah, we've had the chamber all the way out here. Yeah.
Yeah, just about making it out on the flight sort of thing. But no, we've set up some ties with them, and we're starting to try to work more closely with other chamber members.
Right.
Help people realise that film is a really viable way of developing business.
Yeah.
And
good luck with that. I've been trying for years to tell people that.
Absolutely. I think it's going to be a bit of a slog, but hopefully we'll get it going.
That's fascinating. Have you for me, this conversation is for me, it focuses personally on the whole stunt stuff.
Yeah,
Do
absolutely.
you get any other good stories to tell us on that?
Yeah. There's definitely a few. So the most recent story wasn't actually a stunt story; it was a health and safety story.
Right.
So it's but just as dangerous for sure. So we were always
that
fun.
doesn't sound right, but anyway.
No, it never does. But hey, so we were filming in Wales on a BBC production of a unknown name at this point in time because we haven't been told yet. So we're on this mountain, and I won't scare you with my Gaelic pronunciation of it, but it roughly translates to Black Mountain.
Right.
And so all lovely weather, really nice. We're having a great time sort of on the ground. And we're up on this mountain for 2 weeks, so we're all prepped, we've got all of our kit. We get in the convoy and start heading up the mountain. We get about halfway up, just a snowstorm hits. Complete blackout, we can't see anything.
And this is in the summer?
This is sort of like I want to say like the late autumn time, but
Right.
it was quite nice weather.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. So we get on the mountain and start moving up it. This storm hits, and next thing you know, everything's chaos. So we all have to tie ropes onto each other's cars so that we are sort of dragging each other up this mountain
Oh my God.
to keep us from sort of going off the side of it.
Uh-huh.
We eventually managed to get up and set up the start of a base camp and get some lights out. Lost a few cars along the way. I have no idea where they ended up, but probably went back down to the pub, to be honest, on the ground, which sounds like the smart idea, in
Really?
my opinion. Yeah.
So you wound up on this top of this mountain and all this snow. Couldn't see what you were doing.
Yeah.
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 Sounds fun. Sounds
Yeah.
fun.
So it gets better. Yeah. So we're on top of this mountain. The next thing we know, we're hitting a cliff,
Yeah.
and it's all getting a bit ropey. So we have to tie it all off, and nobody's allowed to walk 5 meters sort of away from another person.
Right.
So all very dangerous conditions for sure.
Yeah. Sounds like a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
Can you believe we've already run out of time?
Time does fly.
It is, and we have been having fun. Hopefully we'll get you back on for an update with some of these insane adventures of yours.
Absolutely.
Thanks
Absolutely.
for coming, Ben. It's a long way.
Always
Thank
good.
you.
Good to get some sun. So.
Absolutely. And thank you also for watching. We'll see you again. Bye now.